Well, from the Liberty Bowl, we're going to talk about moving the ball down the economic field for Memphis. The City of Memphis Office of Community Affairs starts its Economic Empowerment Tour this week, and here with us today to provide some more insights and information is Reginald Boyce, Special Assistant to Mayor Paul Young and Director of Community Affairs for the City of Memphis. So welcome back.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
So good to have you. What can people expect from this tour?
Absolutely. First of all, you can expect free food.
Oh, that's
Let's start
good to know.
there, right? So we are feeding, starting at 5 o'clock when the doors open, we will provide free dinner, but also free information. And so we're talking about wealth management. This Thursday, we're talking about wealth management, how to invest your dollars, how to budget, how to make sure your retirement is set up.
Nice.
The last couple of weeks, actually, what we've been dealing with is home ownership and life insurance policy. So again, the purpose of this tour is to help families be better prepared financially, especially after that loved one passes away.
Right.
How do we make sure that the dollars continue and that our children and grandchildren don't have to start on ground zero?
Exactly.
Right, and you know, so many families get hung up in squabbles about the estate. And so share with us the importance of having the patriarch or the matriarch or both of them really spell out their wills and what their planning is for their estates.
Absolutely. First, we got to get over the taboo and the myth that talking about death will make death come in faster, and right? So in my community, we don't want to talk about it, but you got to talk about it. You got to be prepared for it, right? And so I think it's very important that we talk to our mothers and our fathers, our grandparents, and say, first of all, hey, do we have a will? Where are your documents? You know, do you have life insurance policies? Where do you keep this important information? So if something is to happen, not that we're looking for it to happen anytime soon, but if something happens, how can we locate this information to ensure that, number one, we can have a homegoing celebration that is joyful, but also that we can make sure that the bills are paid, and then we can continue with life and bury you with a sense of pride and joy. And so we got to start having that conversation. And I tell people all the time, even if you can't get your grandmother or grandfather or mother or father, whoever it is, to write the will out, record it, put it on the phone.
Right.
Let that person say, hey, my name is Reginald Boyce. Today is August X, and the President of the United States is X. And that way they can show that we're in the right mindset. And then you can go on, because you don't want these things to fall into probate court. And like you said, those things happen, and that's a long process.
Yeah,
yes, it
truly is. This is such a remarkable idea, a wonderful idea, and much needed. It's fascinating that the city is putting it on.
Yes.
How did it all come about, this tour?
Yeah, so first, AMA, which is African Americans Mayor Association, they provided the City of Memphis Mayor's Office with $30,000 and said, hey, we want to put on an economic tour. And so the mayor, of course, was all about it, because his mindset is, how can we make sure families are winning? How can we make sure communities are surviving and thriving? And so right now, as you know, that a lot of our communities are renters, right? But if you teach them to be homeowners, then those communities start to thrive. So you don't have to worry about there's a different neighbor every 6 months. Because anytime there's renters, you know, again, it brings on other situations as well. But when you have people that own their homes, it brings the pride back, sense of joy, and then of course the value of that neighborhood goes up as well. And so the mayor understands that if we want the City of Memphis to be better, then we got to prepare our residents financially, and it's a mindset. And so that's the point we're really trying to push to. It is a mindset. You don't have to be rich to be wealthy. Again, but what you want to do is start being good stewards of what it is that you do have.
And I know the mayor has a focus on preserving what wealth we do have in families, and that's the whole idea behind the estate planning. So if someone's interested in taking part in this, what information do they need to know?
All right, so you need to follow us on Facebook. Go to our City of Memphis page. There is a link there that you can just simply click that QR code, register, let us know you're coming, because we want to make sure we have enough food for everyone, right? And then we're going to provide information. You can ask questions, and then what's going to lead up. So again, this is not the last week. We have about another 3 or 4 more weeks that we're going to do this, and then we're going to climax it with a resource hub where we're going to celebrate, bring some music out, some more food, but then you can meet with financial advisors. You can start planning your retirement, all of that. So we really want to give people some real tools to make sure they're ready for generational wealth, so we can cancel out generational debt.
Sounds good to me. All right. Again, thank you for coming in.
Thank you, guys.
This is Reginald Boyce, Director of Community Affairs for the City of Memphis. Again, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Great. tour.
He always brings a sparkle. We're going to be right back with weather with Eric. And Matt, bring a sparkle, will you, Eric?